Hi, folks, and welcome to another edition of Ferrum Wrestling 411. This morning it is Monday, April 1st. My name is Gary Holden, Sports Information Director. With me, of course, is head wrestling coach Nate Yetzer. Nate, congratulations on your first year. It's under your first club season is under your belt.
Right, yep.
Moving forward into varsity competition for next year. Let's wrap up real quickly. Your last competition, you were at the NCO Nationals at the end of February. How did that go for you?
It went pretty well. I mean, I think overall as a team, I don't think we wrestled that well. It didn't look really sharp. And it probably was due maybe to the long layoff we had, not competing for a while. But I think, we still had some pretty good results, I think, considering. Darius won it, won the 197-pound weight class. He won it.
Darius McCray,
Yep. And then we had Paul took third. He lost in the semis, close one, then battled back. So I was really encouraged by him. Jimmy Carr, first time, dropping down to 141, which is the weight he plans on going next year. He took second. The finals, he didn't look real good. He didn't really go out and I guess execute. Mm-hmm. And so he lost that match. But overall, a pretty good day for him.
You feel like that's a strong weight class for him for next year?
Yeah, he's at 41 for sure. I mean, we got a lot of the guys we have on the team are at the wrong weight class. I mean, that's the biggest thing. That's why they weren't having a lot of success. Maybe at the bigger, better tournaments. Mm-hmm. But I think guys are. This summer, we're going to put a lot of time in the weight room, and I think guys are going to fill out. The core group of guys that we have are doing a great job. I mean, the core 3 or 4 or 5 guys we have are doing a great job. They've totally bought in. Now it's the other guys' jobs to buy in as well. And right now they haven't, but I think if they want to be successful, they're going to have to. So.
What about Joe Collins? Was that a good drop for him? I noticed he's down at 65 now.
Right.
Is that a good weight class?
It's better weight for him, no doubt. I mean, I think he wrestled pretty good. He took third. He wrestles. He gives unbelievable effort every time he's out there, and so I never fault him for that. His wrestling skill wise, we need to get better, and I think he will. I think he will improve. So
good. How about you had a third place at heavyweight, DeAndre Johnson?
Yep.
He's kind of one of those tweeners. He's too heavy to go 197. He's too light really to go with some of the bigger guys. He's about 230, 235. Right. Do you feel like he's going to be someone that will really be able to help in the future at his weight class at 285?
I think. I mean, that's up to him. He's got to buy in, and he's just kind of on the fence. He's got 1 foot in, 1 foot out. And I think if he totally buys in, he could be really good. He's super athletic. He knows how to wrestle. I mean,
and you've got a number of heavyweights as well that he's competing with in the
right. Yeah. I mean, he better buy in, or he's not going to be in the lineup. We have so many good guys coming in, and that's what I tell everybody on our team. Nobody on our team has a spot guaranteed next year. Mm-hmm. The amount of good freshmen we have coming in, and the guys that are really hungry. Mm-hmm. Everybody's gonna be battling for their spot. Even Darius. He's gonna be pushed.
Sure. So. And speaking of freshmen, they're all freshmen next year because technically, as a club program, you do not use a year of eligibility. You just burn a couple semesters per the Division III rules. But they will all still have, even the guys that wrestled this year, will still have 8 semesters in which to get in their 4 years of eligibility. So you will probably have the oldest freshman class in the country next year, right?
Yeah. We'll be we'll have some experience in there. So we'll see. We'll see how the guys. I think we'll have some transfers too, so which will be nice. So
good. Talk a little bit about the schedule for next year. I know that you've got the Virginia Duels coming up next year. You've got Washington Lee University coming down here. Am I correct in did I read it? Johns Hopkins as well is coming down here.
Possibly. I'm actually working on them to come to the we have an event in Richmond called Havoc in the Heights, I think Colonial Heights High School. And we're trying to get them locked in for that. I think that'd be a great fit to get those guys in here, kind of build a rivalry. We'll go to we'll go out near Chicago, Wheaton Invitational, the Pete Wilson Invitational. We're going to go out there. It's like, I think 35, 40 Division III teams that go out there from all over the country. So
that's big.
Yeah, it's huge, exactly. So, and I think it gives us kind of a taste of where we're going to be at. Sure. Keep teams score, and we're going to take our 10 best guys out there, and compete and see where we are. I mean, it's the middle of the year, which is a great barometer of how much work we need to go before March. So
it'll be a great opportunity for you guys to see a lot of teams that will be at the NCAA tournament and everything, and getting ready for the NCAA tournament.
Right.
So
absolutely.
Talk a little bit about the Virginia Duels. I'm excited about that personally because I'll be able to go out and watch Ferrum wrestle and watch my son. His high school competes at that tournament as well in the high school division.
Yeah. It's a great event. I mean, it's awesome. It kind of it's all about the team. It's a tournament format, but with teams. So it's like it's definitely a fun event and it's exciting. We went there a few times at Virginia Tech and had a little bit of success there. We went there, I think, all 4 years that I was at Edinburgh. We went there, and it was definitely a fun event. So you're wrestling right alongside. other colleges and other high school teams. So it's fun.
They have 8 mats going, and 4 of the mats have live streaming going. And if the mat you're trying to watch does not have the live streaming, usually right across from where that is, you can see the other mat as well. I watched my son's last match. They had the camera pointed at one mat, but across from that mat, I can see the other match going, so I was able to watch him wrestle in that last match.
Yeah, it's cool. They do a great job there. Great job. I was excited to get an invitation for that.
That's great. That's awesome that we'll be going out there. Talk a little bit briefly about the Olympic cuts. There's been a movement to cut wrestling from the Olympics and everything, but there's also been movements to block that, to reverse the decision. Your thoughts on that? Will it have any type of manpower to get that reversed?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, it seems like everybody that's anybody in wrestling has really got behind it, and hopefully the IOC kind of sees that wrestling does have a huge following, and they claim it was more just it wasn't very popular, So, but and I disagree with that, but we'll see what they say. I'm pretty encouraged. I think all signs point towards that they're going to add it back to the Olympic format.
I'm hoping it goes back. I know that FILA had some changes at the top, and they've added some people like Jim Scher, some big names to try to help bring them. Alexander Karelin, the big Russian Greco 3-time Olympic champion. They've added some of them onto it to try to help bolster the voice of wrestling. We'll knock on wood and hope that that'll come back.
Yep, I have a pretty good feeling about it. We have guys on our team that have Olympic aspirations. We have one guy on the team this year, and then we have guys coming in the following couple of years. Freshmen coming in next year that they want to wrestle, they want to continue to wrestle, and that's something we want to support. And the only way to do that is to have a goal. And the goal is every goal for a freestyle wrestler is to win an Olympic title. So I mean, if you take that goal out of there, it changes things a little bit. So
sure. Talk a little bit about your camp program. You got your camp program going to be kicked into high gear pretty soon.
Right. Yep. We're already starting to promote it. And they're filling up fast. You know what I mean? We got a few spots remaining and a lot of them. So. But I think we start June 19th and we go to June 26th, and we have 4 different camps. We have 2 technique camps during that week. Each are 3 days long, and then we have an intensive camp which covers the whole week. And then we also have a biddy camp, which is just a commuter camp, and that goes in I think the first 3 days.
And that's for the younger kids.
Right. Yep. So and it's I'm really excited about it, especially the Panther Gold Camp. I think. It's probably one of the first camps of its kind. We incorporate diets, mental preparation. We talk about the academic process as far as financial aid, admissions, the stuff that kids don't really think about until they actually start applying for schools. So we try to cover all that stuff. And if anybody's interested, you can go to www.pantherwrestlingcamps.com, or you can just contact me directly at Yetzer@ferrum.edu. So.
Great. Talk a little bit about your Panther Wrestling Club. I know you've started that up already. A couple days a week in Roanoke, 1 day here on campus. Talk a little bit about that.
It's great. We've had a great turnout. I think we've had, each night we have no fewer than 30 kids, and some nights we have up to 42 kids, So I think it's growing, and I think it's an important part of building wrestling in the Roanoke area. I want to get as many people involved as possible, and the best thing, it's free. We require some guys to go out and do a little fundraising, but if, some guys raise $200, some raise $100, nobody's, just not included.
Sure,
because of that.
Sure.
So
Sounds like a great program, a good opportunity for high school kids.
It's awesome, man. I tell you what, it's awesome. We try to bring in some of the tech guys, and I want to actually start bringing down maybe the Washington League coaches, coaches from Old Dominion, one time, and just to kind of give it a different feel. They get tired of probably hearing me the whole time. So.
I'm sure that's not true. Nate, when's our next issue of Ferrum Wrestling 411?
I think we'll do it next week. I think or 2 weeks from now, maybe, and maybe just talk a little bit about recruiting and camps again, and I think I'm excited, man. I think like I said, like I told you, the NCO Nationals coming back that night. I couldn't even sleep. I was so excited, about the following year and about some of the guys we have that are interested in the program. And since then we've got a couple commitments from those kids. So
nice. Yep. Well, we're excited about seeing that program take off. Folks, we'll be back next month with another issue of Ferrum Wrestling 411. Thanks for watching and have a great day.